like and subscribe right now, or else this will be in your bed tonight. What are some tips and tricks for arguing with idiots? Take time to make sure you are not the idiot. Nothing is worse than the mid-argument realization that you're the one that is wrong. I find that moment of clarity to be important. And then admitting that you're wrong. It feels almost impossible to admit that you are wrong. That's when it's most important to do it. Don't argue opinions. Never argue opinions. Only argue facts. Because facts can be proven. Decide on criteria together for looking up the answer. What sources are valid is a big one. Thanks to the fake news boom. Agree to work together to find the truth. And be like, okay, websites X, Y, and Z are okay by both of us. Let's check them. Be sure to insist that things like politicians are not valid sources, but experts in their fields. Doctors, teachers, etc. are. So a politician saying something is not okay, but a politician quoting a specific doctor is. Then you look for your answer in places you two agree are good sources. Odds are, if you're not an idiot, you'll find your answer is right. Don't. That's exactly what I wanted to say, and in as many words. So I agree with this, but I'm also conflicted. Without discussion nothing changes, and people become more divided. It's easy to say don't, but that makes the problem worse. You wouldn't advise a parent to not try to educate a stubborn toddler, would you? So back to the question, how do we talk to idiots and teach them to join reality without making them defensive and treating them like the adult toddlers they are? There's two kinds of idiots. One kind of idiot isn't an idiot by choice. They just don't know better. In this case you just need to explain it to them in terms they can understand. The second kind of idiots is idiots who are idiots by choice. They choose to believe in crap like flat earth and Scientology. These people will refuse to listen or change, and there's nothing you can do until they themselves realize they are the problem and want to change. This is exactly it, and the only reason why the world is the way it is today is because we started giving the second type of idiots attention. If you listen to stupid, then stupid will talk louder. If you ignore stupid, stupid goes away. In my experience, the true idiots are the way they are, because they will not listen to a dissenting opinion / thought. Regardless of how convincing it may seem, you might as well be Charlie Brown teacher-ing. The idiot only follows their own path of what they see as rational. Their heads are so far up their asses that they can't hear anything else. It really is pointless to argue with idiots, because you'll never ever achieve the intended effect. I should also add that I see it as a spectrum. Let's range it from gullible to full-fledged idiot. There should always be a level of skepticism in new information and conflicting opinions, but not to the level where they wholly go against the scientific consensus. Anti-vax, climate change deniers. For the non-full-fledged idiot, I found this to be somewhat effective. 1. Let them open. Say something like, I've never heard X. Where did you discover / read that? 2. Actually listen. So many of us have arguments only waiting for our turn. There may be an opportunity to discuss their source here, especially if it's Facebook, which is where people on the idiot spectrum seem to get a lot of their facts these days. 3. Pause. Legitimately try to see things from their perspective. Dismiss initial judgment. If this is the first time you're in a disagreement with this person, now is when you decide if you can relate at all to what they're saying. Stay calm, validate any part of their argument that you can, show them that you're listening and ready for a discussion. Set the tone with this part. 4. Have a discussion. If they get overly emotional and defensive, quit and try again another time. I've had discussions get heated before, but the next time I discussed with the person I realized they took me seriously, either by presenting research opposing / supporting facts, or by asking more about my side of the argument, and not in a condescending or combative way. The key is not to assume people are idiots until they prove otherwise. If you assume, you may be an idiot. Source: attempting to have calm discussions with many idiots is a very long process. You have at first to agree with them and ask questions that force them to explain their point. You have to play the idiot and be genuine curious. For example, idiot, vaccine bad. You. Yes, they can be. I don't understand exactly why. Idiot. They have chemicals and cause autism. You. What can we do to protect from viruses? Idiot. Take essential oils and develop better immunity. You. I heard that having a less powerful virus also help. Idiot. Yes, it helps. You. So if we combine essential oils with a weak virus, we should have better immunity and so on. One must slowly grinding at their ideas. Idiots are also proud and will double down if attached. In my opinion, it is a tedious process that don't quite is worth the effort. I was going to say don't, but clearly that's been covered. Then I read the last guy say just say okay to everything and watch them self-destruct. You might actually get a little further along with this method if you implement Socratic method and just ask them questions. The point is not to get to a gotcha moment from you, but come from a place of genuine curiosity, otherwise they may get defensive if they feel they're being manipulated. Either they will wind themselves up until they figure out they really don't know what they are talking about, or you will have a better understanding of where they're coming from. Ask them questions from a place of genuine curiosity. This is such good advice and well said. A caution, though, use this approach only if you actually want to engage with the person, and be forewarned that, inasmuch as you are arguing with an idiot, this approach may fuel their superiority/condescension. This will make it hard for you to maintain your curiosity, but if you can, you will keep the argument from breaking down into defensiveness. You can't causally change someone's mind, they can only change their own mind. So asking questions truly is the only viable tactic. Expect to constantly have to steer them back to the crux of the argument. Be prepared to refute any spurious sources and to back up your own facts with genuine sources. Pick your battles, because there will be many occasions where you will be told we will just have to agree to differ and that's just your opinion. Don't always expect that the idiot will understand your logic. Also expect them to accuse you of getting angry if you put any effort into arguing with them. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and presume that you genuinely want to engage the other person rather than just win the argument or feel superior. First and most important thing, don't call them an idiot. No one has ever changed their mind because someone called them stupid. Quite the opposite, calling someone stupid will make them become defensive, react emotionally rather than intellectually, and reject everything you are saying as a self-defense mechanism. Calling your opponent an idiot is great for making yourself feel better, but it's terrible for getting anyone else to listen to you. No one changes their mind because someone said they were stupid, they just convince themselves that that person is an asshole. Along those lines, attack the idea, not the person. You disagree, you aren't enemies. Discuss your problems with their belief, but try to separate it from the person themselves as much as possible. This allows the other person to distance themselves from their belief and think about what you are saying without feeling defensive. Anytime you discuss your belief, or you think that, or say anything that links your argument with them personally, or attack the person directly, you're reinforcing the idea that their belief is part of their personal identity, which, for them, means that they need to defend the belief in order to defend themselves. Allow your opponent to separate the belief from themselves, as this gives them room to consider whether the belief is wrong without feeling like to do so would mean to admit that they are personally flawed. And third, listen to the other person. Don't just wait to talk, actually listen. Respond to what they are saying to show that you are listening, and ask questions without getting angry or combative. Debates turn into arguments as soon as one person starts to become heated, because that just makes the other person become heated, and it snowballs until you're both yelling at each other. Once that happens, you're both going to react emotionally rather than intellectually, and neither one of you will be receptive to the other. Overall, stay level-headed, de-escalate emotions, be respectful, and let the ideas do the work. Presumably the only reason you're arguing with an idiot is because you love them. Instead of arguing, try to find common ground on something and agree not to discuss the subject further. No reason to disturb the relationship about something like an argument. If the person you're arguing with is in a position of power over you, and the argument concerns things like punishment, try to carefully lay out why you believe the punishment does not align with the action performed. Tread very lightly here, because a slip-up could very well result in more punishment. Furthermore, ensure that the subject you're discussing is something that is in fact open or logical to discuss. Try to see it from the other person's point of view, because they obviously believe that what they're doing is right for a reason. Complex imagination is a gift. Use it to your advantage in this case. Overall, idiot's gonna idiot. There's nothing you can do to solve that, but make sure that you're not an idiot back. That's something you can control. Thank you very much for watching. In the comments under the video write, what tips and tricks for arguing with idiots do you know? And also do not forget to watch our other videos. Bye.